Welcome back to my channel. Bienvenido al canal. Have you heard the news in Florida? There's a hurricane. First one in California, now one in Florida. Hace unos días hubo un huracán en la Florida. Se llamaba huracán Idalia. Nombre, primero huracán Hillary, huracán Idalia. When tragedy hits, where do people find their hope? Cuando llega la tragedia, cuando vienen desastres naturales a la vida, cuando viene turbulencia a la vida, ¿de dónde viene la esperanza a la gente? ¿En qué es en lo que la gente se inclina? Cuando pasan cosas difíciles en mi vida, yo me inclino en Dios porque sé que no estoy sola. I find my hope, my strength in the gospel. What is the gospel? The Hebrew word for gospel is evangelion. I hope I'm saying it right, which means good news. The Bible is the good news. When something good happens, somebody gets engaged, you get a promotion, you buy a new car, boy you like talk to you, you want to share that good news, like, hey, this just happened to me. Cuando algo bueno pasa en tu vida, si alguien te propone, una promoción en el trabajo, un nuevo carro, lo que sea, tú le quieres expresar esa felicidad a alguien. Cuando tú te enamoras de Dios, tú le quieres predicar a la gente. When you fall in love with God, you want to tell people, what you're feeling on the inside. Vivimos en una sociedad donde han negado que necesitan la salvación. We live in a society where everyone rejects that they need salvation. Us ourselves, we were condemned to go to hell, right? But when Jesus paid it all on the cross, that's when God was like, okay, you have a choice to live with me in heaven for eternity, or a choice to live in hell for eternity. Even though people may reject it, aunque la gente no quiera aceptar a Dios, aunque no quieran aceptar el evangelio, nosotros aún tenemos que ir a predicarle al quien lo acepte. ¿Cómo podemos evangelizarle a alguien? How can we go and spread the good news? Ask questions. Get to know someone else. Why do you believe what you believe? How do you think someone could get to heaven? Una forma de hablarle a alguien de Dios es preguntando preguntas. ¿Tú cómo crees que alguien puede llegar al cielo? ¿Tú por qué crees en lo que crees? Tienes que preguntar preguntas genuinas. ¿Por qué? Porque cuando tú te tomas el tiempo para aprender sobre por qué alguien cree en algo, ellos se van a tomar el tiempo para escuchar lo que tú tienes que decir y por qué tú crees en lo que crees. Van a preguntar preguntas que nosotros no vamos a tener las respuestas. They are going to ask us questions we won't have the answers to. But you know what? It's okay. Why? Because if someone comes and asks you, how can you believe in the Bible when it contradicts itself so much? A lo mejor te pueden venir a preguntar, ¿por qué crees en la Biblia si se contradice mucho? Dame un ejemplo, como en qué parte se contradice. Sometimes people who are against the Bible don't even have the logic of why they think what they think, or why they believe what they believe. As Christians, we need to be prepared to speak to someone about God. We need to be prepared to defend our faith. We need to be prepared when the opportunity to share the gospel comes. Como creyentes, nosotros debemos de estar preparados para compartir la palabra, donde sea, cuando sea. ¿Por qué? Porque eso es a lo que nos está llamando Dios. Most Christians don't know how to defend their faith. Whether it comes to Christian theology, I need to educate myself more. Why was this written in the Bible? Okay, what happened here? And how were things back then? Romans 1:16 says, "For I am not ashamed of this good news about Christ. It is the power of God at work, saving everyone who believes, the Jew first, also the Gentiles." At the end of the day, we cannot be ashamed of what we believe. We cannot be ashamed of telling someone, you know what, Jesus loves you. You know what, God has a purpose for you. Even in what we wear, we're representing God. The other day, someone at work asked me about my bracelet. This purple bracelet is 2 Corinthians 9:8. And God is powerful. Y poderoso es Dios. And I had the opportunity to, look, this is what I believe. I believe that God is the Almighty. I believe that God is the God of impossible. The way that you can preach the gospel is by the way that you live. right? Why? Because at the end of the day, if you're preaching about patience, you have to be patient. If you're preaching about love, you have to love others. Al fin del día nosotros le vamos a predicar a alguien por cómo nosotros nos vestimos, por cómo nosotros actuamos. Si nosotros acá hablábamos de amar y amar y amar, predicar de amar, nosotros tenemos que amar. A nosotros predicar o compartir no termina cuando cerramos la boca. When we're preaching, talking to someone about God, our preaching doesn't end when we shut our mouth. We preach more by how we live our life. Our life has to be so radical that others will question the way that they live. Nuestra vida tiene que ser tan radical que hace que otros cuestionen por qué ellos están viviendo sin Dios, porque ellos están viviendo de la manera que están viviendo. At the end of the day, we have to reflect God in everything. What would Jesus do? Si Jesús estuviera contigo a cada momento físicamente, ¿qué haría Él? That's it for today. Thank you for watching today's video. Gracias por ver el video de esta semana. I hope to see you next week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment the person talking emoji. Comenten abajo el emoji de una persona como azul hablando. Y nos vemos la próxima semana. Bye.